Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyNut 007 channel. We're home from the SCMA Charleston show, and wow, what a great time we had. But I want to share with you today some of the stash ads and some gifts that I picked up while I was there. So some really cool stuff you're going to really like, so stick around. Okay guys, first up, when I was at Wes's Model Car Corner, I had to stop and pick up a few more Concours. I always check out these Concours distributors, and they're pre-wired. They got the boots on the distributor caps. I mean, they're really sharp. And the one I did not have was the black distributor with black wires. So I picked up one of those, and I also picked up one of the black with the blue wires. I've got some of the blue, the tan, the red distributors with different color wires, but I did not have any of the black. Don't know why, I just didn't have them. But anyway, these things are really high quality. You can see there, they've already got the boots up here, and then you've got your extra boots for the plugs down here that come with them as well. Really good quality stuff. If you want some of those, I know several people carry them, but I know that Wes's Model Car Corner carries them, so head over and check Wes out, show him some love there. Next up, you probably remember in the video, I asked someone to hold this for me. Let me back off here a little bit. Of all of the Johan kits that I have owned over the years, I never picked this one up. Always really wanted one, really liked the Pinto because it's got the long nose. And well, here, let's take a look. And I looked in it, and he said there might be one or two parts out. He said he wasn't sure, but he knows the engine was started. That's not a big deal. And check this out, guys. These decals look like they are brand new. And that's not a bad paint job between that purple, white, and gold, yellow gold on there. I mean, that's not a bad looking paint job at all. But anyway, really good looking decals and instruction sheet. You can tell it's an old Johan because it's a little on the yeller side, but cool. And there you go, Pinto. And check that body out. Let me get this down here. You got the oversized wheel well for the back and for the front. When I got home last night, I just had to check it out real quick. So I took one of the drag slicks out of it that comes in the kit. And as you can see, these are good little old tires, and I love the wheels, so I'll probably use those. But check this out. That's a little, it almost looks too small for that. So I got into my box of big old Top Fuel slicks, and I'm thinking, compared to this, and like I said, to me that just looks a little small for that. But look at that. That looks more the part, and from behind, that just looks meaty there. I think that'll look a lot better. But anyway, we'll see as we go along. May do something in between the two sizes. But it did have, I just love that. Then the engine was indeed started, and the looks like the fuel cell was already painted in a dark blue, and they did the engine in a dark blue. And some of it's been snapped back apart, and this is the old 429 Boss heads. But everything, to me, as I've gone back through it, everything actually looks like it is indeed here. The window, I think I'm going to be able to buff that out. I mean, you've seen me make it out of sheet styrene anyway, so if I need to make another one, we got a great template here. But I think this little mark here and this little mark here, I think I can buff those out. I don't think that will be a problem. But gotta love those old funny cars, that long nose and those oversized rear section there. I think that's going to be really cool. And next up, get this out of the way, there was a guy that had some $10 kits, and when I heard about it, got around there, a lot of them were gone. But you guys know I love the chassis for whatever I'm building. I love the chassis as a base starter in these Super Stalker series. And every time I can pick one up, I usually scoop one up. And I think I've about got enough now that I can back off. Yeah, right. But anyway, $10? Are you kidding? That's why I love these swap meets, guys. They're just great, great stuff. And as I went around, ran across this, and this was another one of those deal tables. And these are currently, this is the 69 Camaro Z28. This thing, I'm going to back off here a little bit. If you find these, they're $28, $35, somewhere in there. Hey guys, $20. So I scooped up another one, the Z28 Hood. Specifically, I really wanted this one because I have a stock car in mind for it. But cool. And again, a deal. And while I was there, the vendor said, hey, Mark, come here a minute. I want to give you this. And he threw this in, which is one of the AMT parts pack custom competition sets. And you've got the vintage Chrysler engine and, get this, a Corvair engine. And as soon as I saw Corvair, I'm like, oh, that is sweet. To have a chrome Corvair engine. I'm like, all right. But anyway, that was a freebie. And man, I tell you, I super appreciate that. I really, really do. Next up, I ran into my buddy Michael Ramp, and he has in the past made the South Carolina, he also lives in South Carolina, has made the Highway Patrol decals for the South Carolina Highway Patrol from the 1940s through today. And he had picked up a diecast. He came over and says, I got something I want you to have. I know you got the police cars in your collection, and I want you to have this. Check it out. This is a diecast that he picked up from, I think it was HobbyWerks, or I can't remember what the brand is. Oh, wait a minute. I think it is HobbyWerks, or Motor Tracks. Either way, he picked this Interceptor up and put some of his South Carolina Highway Patrol decals on there. Is that not cool? So I've got me one for my collection of South Carolina cars too. But cool 4 days. And Mike, nothing but love for you, bud, and thank you again so very much. Appreciate that big time. And as I was leaving, no, I'll do that last. As I was leaving, I ran back over to take a look at something. You saw it in the thumbnail of this video, but I saw this, and I went over, and it was at Wall to Wall Hobbies, my buddy Jeff, and I said, dude, I got another idea. You guys remember this? My 40 Ford sedan delivery with a workbench in the back for my channel signature vehicle. And I thought, you know what, a new signature vehicle, I think it's been about 4 years. I think it's time to do another one. Check this out. This is cool 4 days. This is an old chop top Metro van, and if I can get the box out of the way here, guys, but 3D printed. You've got the chassis plate. Fits like a glove, guys. Is that not sweet? I'm thinking have this thing low slung with some hot rod stuff on it. Wait till you see what comes with it too. Get some really cool tall profile tires. Get these out here. Check out those captain's chairs on the risers. That is just sweet. And look at this. If I get the right one. The fender skirts. I don't know that I would do the fender skirts, but I got to admit, guys, these are sweet. But it's got the little lip there, so they latch on right there. But I got to admit, that looks a little good. It's got the trim mold lines down in it there. But overall, it's pretty smooth. It'll like everything else. It'll require a little bit of sanding here and there, but it's not a big deal. Check that out from the back. I love it. This is just sweet. And even came with the visor. So you'd have your visor for the, oops, get it down here in the right area there. I just think this is cool for days. I've already started kicking around in my mind three different colors. You know, my other one is kind of three-tone. It's metallic black, metallic, dark metallic. I think it's a gray, metallic gray, and then there's the white on top with the red stripe. And I'm thinking that same color scheme, but I'm also thinking adding Hippie Dude somewhere on here. And I thought, hey, I might need to mix that up a little bit. But I just thought that was cool. So, Jeff, thank you, buddy. I super duper appreciate you. And go to Wall to Wall Hobbies. You'll probably find them at any of the swap meets in the southeast. You're gonna find some. And this is nothing, guys. If you'll go back and look, when I first walked into the vendor room, you'll see some of the resins as well as the kits that he has. Got some great stuff. Just a great guy too. So you want to head over and check it out. Wall to Wall Hobbies. And lastly, I took a stop at, you saw the bag, the bag I had in my hand from MCV Products. So I stopped and spent some time with our good buddy Matthew and Heather, and picked up some great new stuff. And this was one of the new things he had there at the table. And if you're not familiar or don't have a tire sanding mandrel, this thing is cool. So I don't know if it's on the website yet because this is a new thing. But what this is for is you chuck that in your drill. And what you do, you see how it's tapered. And what it does is you can take, here, let me grab that one too. We'll get that drag slick back out. And a stock car tire. Just drop it on there. And see, it can be floppy at first. But when you start to get it tightened down a little bit, it evens and levels up with that taper. And check this out. Nice and straight. So when you're turning it, you get your sandpaper, your sanding stick right here, and it just takes that right down. Absolutely cool. And the great thing is these things work on 32nd scale tires and wheels. They work on everything. That big old top fuel drag slick, you see how that's flopping around? We get that on there, run it down, it evens up, and nice and straight. So it works on a lot of things. These things are well worth it too. I've got one that I made a long time ago, but I really like this one a lot better with that taper in it. I usually have to kind of straighten mine up, but I would have never thought about doing it that way. But hey, I love it. So I had to have one of those. So scoop that up. And if he doesn't have it on the website yet, hey, just ask. Then I picked up one more set. I've already started using some of these. If you're not familiar with these are the seatbelt sets. You got the ribbon in both the black and the red. And the hardware, guys, this stuff is really sharp. Check that out. Is that not cool? Everything you need for an absolutely outstanding set of racing harnesses. There you go. Picked up another one of these 40s and 50s 235 custom engines. I've got one of these that the video is mostly done. I've got to just do the wiring on it and it'll be finished, and I'll try to have that up maybe later this week. But I'm going to be getting that back to Matthew, sending him some pictures too for the website. But this is a cool engine if you've got a hot rod, an old truck, or a car you want to stick something in, because these sixes were potent little vehicles back in the day. And I also picked up a 460/429 fuel injection with a 4-speed. This thing is sweet. I know just the vehicle this is going in. It's going to be for an upcoming theme. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you be surprised when you see that, but it is cool. And these two right here are for my theme vehicle for Roanoke, and we'll be sharing that with you when we get into it. But I wanted to go old school, so I went with the Arden head flathead with the original transmission And this thing's got a couple different styles of pipes, and that is just perfect for what I want. The hot rod pipes or the straight pipes are perfect for the car I want for this anyway. And also changing up the wheels to those true spoke hot rod wheels. Got something perfect in mind for those. One set was going on a T-bucket, old school, and then the other one will be for this car. But that and the Arden will be going in that. And also, if you have not seen these, and this was in the seconds bin, but this, Cheater Slicks, and this is for a different T-bucket. Well, a T-style. I don't think it's a T-bucket, but it's a T-style. But it's the old school goodies, and I tell you, these are going to look really good. Love the engraving on these things. These things are just really good looking prints. And the last thing was one of the new things, and again, MCV Products, mcvproducts.net. Cool stuff, and Matthew gets things out pretty quick, and the quality's unreal. These are brand new. These are vintage drag car wheel set in 125th. There's your part numbers, W67. But check this out. Now, I showed you those true spokes, and those things are awesome. But check out how smooth these things are. And your wheels come out, so you can do your painting separate. That's old school stuff, and I mean just absolutely beautiful. Well, you know what? Let me get the camera down here where I can get it over in the light a little better. There we go. Man, you get these things with some polished aluminum or brushed aluminum or chrome on them and get a wash on that. Dude, these things are going to be sweet. But check this out, guys. Is that not something? I love it. And then there's your tires. You see the tread pattern on there, just like the old school. And then there's that. Well, I was going to show it to you pushed together, but it popped out on me. But absolutely great stuff. Already got something in mind for this, and again, that's number W67, but absolutely cool. Let me get this back up here. But that's the stash from Charleston. And guys, we had a great time. We got to see a lot of people. I think there were a total of 6 or 7 content creators there. I got a group picture, but Matt, I could not find Matt with when we were going to do the picture with Matt's Models and More, and I got to spend some time talking with Matt, and I got to talk with him, but when it came time to do the picture, I could not find him. But so I'll tell you about that later. But there's other content creators. Like I said, there were a total of 7 of us, 6 or 7. And I know Mike with Scale Model Outlaw was there. Of course, Matthew with Model Car Videos. Brian with Got Fuels Model Garage. Irv Arter with Arter Rake. That's the newest channel, and it was just absolutely great. Who am I leaving out? Oh, Jess, Scale Model Snail. And Matt, yeah, I think that's it. And I'm probably forgetting, I don't know. But anyway, guys, whenever you get to these shows, always hit the swap meet early and dig in, find you your deals. Because there's some great stuff. And once again, I did what I say I'll never do, and that is I'd see something and I would go, ooh, I got to come back and get that. And then when I went back to see it, it was already gone, which you'd think I'd learned by now, and apparently I'm just too hard-headed to learn. But anyway, all right, guys, that is it for this one. Appreciate you tagging along and letting me ramble a little bit, but I had just such a great blast. I wanted to share this stuff with you. Just tons of fun, guys. If you can get to a show in your area, if there's one around, always try to make them. You support the hobby, you support the vendors, you support the clubs, And trust me, you're going to have a good time out of it and make some great friends too. Remember, mcvproducts.net, and use the discount code HobbyDude10 for 10% off. Guys, love you bunches. Jesus loves you. See you in the next video. Later, guys.